Look, there's the queen. I marked her. She's right there on the top. See her right there? Well, they didn't care for that too much. They haven't been pulled apart in a long time. But wow, look at those. Ooh, they're looking good. Okay, we're gonna go through that one as well in more depth. I'm excited about this video I'm gonna do today. I've been spending so much time up in Ozark where the bees are struggling, trying to fix that situation, trying to get rid of the beetles. It's just been a war up there with those darn beetles. And so today I was up there a little bit earlier and I really felt like I needed to get away from that bee yard for a while and go in some bees that I think are doing well. It's about 55 degrees out here. And right now I am in Newton, Alabama. There's a cell tower right there. This is the spot where in the last couple of years I've kept my pollination bees, but now it's just another bee yard for me since I'm not doing pollination this year. The bees are flying, they're looking good. I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you what they're doing. And then we're gonna go through several of the colonies, peek in on several, and maybe even do some pretty reasonably thorough inspections on a couple of them so you can see how they look. You see how busy these bees are up here? They're bringing in the pollen. There goes one with pollen right there, yellow pollen, looking really good. So anyway, we've got some bees flying around. Most of these colonies have a little bit of activity, and I'm pretty excited about it. All right, well, gosh, man, I haven't been through these colonies in a while, so let's just crack open a couple of lids and see if we can find one or two that we want to go through here. Not bad looking little cluster. They're mostly over on this side for some reason. That's interesting. All right, we got bees. Let's go into this neighbor over here, see what they're looking like. Yeah. You know, something's interesting. You'll see the sun is shining on this side of the colony. I wonder if that's got something to do with the reason the bees are kind of over on this side, because that colony there was on this side as well. Interesting. They look happy and content though. Let's just randomly pull out a frame or two and see what we see here. Hoping we don't see a bunch of beetles. I'm kind of just managing this with my hands, and so if I'm shaking a little bit or if it's not the best videography, please forgive me. This is actually a medium box, so I would expect to see honey in here, which there is. Don't really see any beetles. That's wonderful. Yeah, I think these are some honey supers I left in during the cotton flow, and so that's probably why there's so much honey up there. I think we'll make it a goal to come back in a bit and just actually go through that one in a little more detail. We got us a little double deep over here. Let's check on this one. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Not totally packed out, but it is a double deep, and so, you know. Oh goodness, let's see here. Let's just go into this little single deep right here. See what we got. Okay, obviously I thought they needed some food a while back, so I gave them some fondant. Have no idea when that was. It's been at least a month or two probably, but we got us a little cluster right here in the middle. They're doing okay. I hear a lot of bees. Oh yeah, they're looking pretty good here. Now, this is one the bee inspector pulled some samples from, I don't know, a while back, maybe like back in August or something, and the results came back from those tests really good. So we got bees in here looking healthy. This hive right here has been a little feisty in recent times. Let's just see how they are doing today. It's been super strong. Oh yeah, and they're coming after me, so yeah, they're mean, but I might need them to go ahead and be a strong colony and make some honey for me this year, because I'm low on colonies right now anyway. But yeah, they're feisty, they're strong. We're gonna cover them up and leave them alone. I'd like to take a look at this one. This one is one I put a queen from Ernie Welch in back in the late spring, early summer. They requeened, but they were looking pretty strong. Ernie Welch is a treatment-free beekeeper in Texas, and his bees are known to be completely treatment-free, but also reasonably gentle. And once again, this is the daughter of that queen. Looks like I fed them as well, but look how strong they're looking. Look, there's the queen. I marked her. She's right there on the top. See her right there? I'm actually filming this bee footage today in 4K, so I'm interested to see if it actually looks, if the quality is actually improved. It's gotta be, right? Okay, I think we're gonna come and go through this colony here in a little while too. So this will be our second one we actually do a more deeper dive on. All right, let's peek in on this one. It's a medium on the bottom, it's a deep in the middle, a medium on top, and you can see it's kind of in the shade a little bit. Let's see what we got. I think they're doing just fine. What do y'all think? It's actually a lot of fun going through bees when they're actually looking good. I needed this today. And here's another one that I think is a daughter of Ernie Welch queen that I got from out in Texas. They all just a lot of them kind of requeened, but obviously they've got some of their genetics. And they're looking pretty good too. You can see I've got the Hive Alive fondant in here as well that I put in here. And bees are looking pretty good. Here we have one more, same situation. Ernie Welch queen. I'm not sure if this one requeened or not. She probably did. A lot of them did, I'm not sure, but wow, look at those. Ooh, they're looking good. Okay, we're gonna go through that one as well in more depth. So we've identified 3 we're gonna actually go through in more depth. Let me get set up and we'll start that process. Okay, we're back at the first one I wanted to go through here for the video. We'll pull this honey super off because I know there's nothing mostly but honey up here. And this is the one where most of the bees were over on this side right here. But I want to get down into that next box and see if we can find some brood, see what kind of brood pattern we have, if we have one. I apologize for the shadows here, just the way the sun's sitting. Well, they didn't care for that too much. They haven't been pulled apart in a long time, possibly even months since I've really gone down. I've seen a few beetles here. All right, there's some bees. They're looking pretty calm and happy. Nothing really going on in that frame but food. Lots of bees looking healthy. I'm actually seeing some beetles in here. Not really seeing any eggs or brood yet. All right, all through here, I'm seeing eggs, larvae. Looking good. Let's do one more frame and then we'll probably stop. Got a little brood down through here, brood right through here. Oh yeah. Man, look at that brood pattern. 19th of January, how about that? And I've seen bees bringing pollen into these colonies, so they're bringing in protein, so I think we're in good shape. We're gonna close this one up. This is the second one we identified, I think. Once again, it's Ernie Welch, a queen. It's a daughter of her. Ernie's down in Texas again. He's a treatment-free beekeeper, sells queens, and his queens are known around Texas as being pretty darn good queens, and so we'll see how they look. Now, this is a daughter. This queen, apparently, she superseded soon after I put her in there, but hopefully still have some of those really good genetics. Now, it's always a good idea to look at the lid when you pull a lid off of a hive. I don't always do it as good as I should, but I don't see the queen on the lid. The lid's right over there. I smoked them down. Let's see what we have. This is one of the frames on the outside, not much going on there. It's a good idea to start on the outside of the box, outside of where the bees are, to help prevent rolling bees, and particularly the queen. Okay. The lighting out here is a little strange. It's kind of hard to see. The sun is pretty bright and kind of shining on the frames here. There we go. We got some nice brood, and here's that queen. She's right here. Isn't she pretty? Wow. Beautiful mama. Just walking around doing her thing. We got brood right there. I'm gonna look for eggs. Kind of tricky this time of the year because some queens breed way back. They don't lay as many eggs. The colony populations go down, and some queens just plow right through down here in the south, almost like nothing even happens. So if you don't see eggs and brood, it's not a huge deal. Although now we're in January, they should start cranking it up a little bit. Okay, I looked in these cells right here, and there's some eggs all through there. So, you know, quick inspection, that's all we need to see, but look at those bees. They seem happy. I think we got some brood right under there, a little bit. That's really all we need to see. If you're not familiar with Hive Alive, I've used this fondant in my bees the last couple of years with really good success. What I found it to be effective for in my situation, the first time I used it, I had some colonies this time of year, a little bit later in the year, that were just starving, and I didn't really have a way to feed them at the time. And so I just threw some Hive Alive fondant in there. I really believe it saved some of my colonies. So I've become a believer in it. All you do is you cut a little square, a little circle or something like this, expose the fondant to the bees, like this. You can just fold that back. That's probably a better way to do it, but that time I cut it in a square. Just lay it on top of the bees like that. It helps if you have a lid that has like a patty rim on it, or you can also build little shims to help the space right here. See that little shim right there, so it can actually, I don't know, it's probably 3/8 to 1/2 inch maybe. I'm not sure exactly how big this little patty rim is, I call it. But it'll lay right over the top of that fondant, just like that. Boy, they're looking good. Look at them. Another Ernie Welch queen in here, possibly a daughter. Smoke them down. They seem quite calm. If you're interested in finding out about Ernie's queens, or just reaching out to him, he is on Facebook under Ernie Ranny Welch, I think, or you can find him on Facebook. But he is also a member of Texas Friendly Beekeepers, which is a group on Facebook that's really cool. It's run by my friend Stan Gore. If you ever want to have a friendly conversation about bees, that's the place to go. Stan doesn't put up with any negativity or trolls, which I love. Yeah, this looks like a really nice, strong colony right here. These girls will be appropriate for a split here before too long, probably. Look at those bees. Oh, it's so much more fun going through colonies that are nice and strong. I am seeing a few beetles in these colonies, but nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, they're well controlled by the bees, because there's a good population, and I'm not near as concerned about it. I think there's usually some in the wintertime here. There's always beetles in the colonies, but up in Ozark it's been ridiculous. All right. Okay, we're seeing some brood through here, and I just don't know how well you can see it. Maybe on 4K you can see it, but I'm gonna there's a beetle right there, but you got larvae right here, and there's like milk brood and eggs, I think, right through there. Let me see if there's some eggs. Okay, so we got some eggs over here, look like little pinpoints, like just little tiny dots. We got some more mature larvae here, and then there's some milk brood over here. A milk brood is just a recently hatched larvae that the bees are feeding the royal jelly type substance to the first few days of their life. And then over here, of course, we have the regular capped brood. Really all we need to see, once again, they're a healthy looking colony. This colony has a medium on the bottom and a deep on top. Look at all those bees, holy cow. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Wow, I just love that. Here's the queen right here. Now, this is one of Ernie's queens. She's got the green dot on her. So this is one of his original queens right here. She did not get superseded. Well, hopefully you can see her right here. Beautiful queen right there by Ernie Welch. She's doing a great job. But look at that brood pattern right there. All up through here. Well, we've seen everything we need to see, and I think there's going to be no issues with this colony, hopefully, moving into the year. I do want to check, see if we got some good food. There's not a lot of food on this side of the colony. I think over here we got some honey, though. Got a little bit. Honey through here. Next frame over is honey. So yeah, I think there's plenty of food in here for right now, but we'll keep a close eye on them. Exciting times. It's a fun time of year. What'd y'all think of that? I'm so excited about these bees up here in Newton underneath the cell tower. I'm also excited about the bees up at the farm doing so well. And so I was a little concerned, discouraged, and depressed about the bees in Ozark. And I think I'm going to end up with a few nice colonies up there, but the loss has been painful to me. But in the rest of my bees, so far I've had minimal loss this year. My goal now is to help build these colonies up strong. I'm gonna pull splits out of them, strong splits, because I wanna be able to have enough bees to make honey. I'm not just gonna break them down into as many splits as possible. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get a good honey crop this year, and I need some more colonies because I have had some loss up in Ozark. And so that's my plan with this bee yard and my other bee yards as well, is to grow them as strong as I can, as fast as I can, pull splits, make a lot of honey. How's that sound for a plan? I'm also gonna try my hand at queen rearing so I don't have to spend so much money on queens this year. We'll see how that goes. That's my plan anyway. I bought a queen rearing kit at the expo a couple of weeks ago, and I'm excited to give that a try. So that's my plan for today. I'm gonna throw some Hive Alive fondant on these ones that need it, and then I'm gonna treat them with oxalic acid vapor to help make sure the mite count is low. My plan is to do that once a week for the next 4 weeks for 4 treatments. According to Cameron Jack, that is the ideal way to treat for mites, using oxalic acid vapor. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the Instant Vat products for oxalic acid vapor application, but they are awesome. I've got 2 of them. I've got the compact and I've got the original Instant Vaps. If you want to find out more about those, you can watch this video right here. Y'all take care. We'll catch you next time.